Welcome to the Sportiest stream and the Royalty Series. I'm Sporty FC. You've joined us for some Rocket League action tonight. And boy, what some great Rocket League action it is here. A best of 7 series. The quarterfinals of the Premier Division. And we're in for a good matchup here. House Wyffer will take center stage as the Wyffer Wet Jets take on Z and J. What will be hopefully an exciting matchup tonight here in 2v2 Premier action. 8 teams remain. Only one of them can win. Again, we're in for a great night of action here. Winner of this will take on the winner of TRK and Randy and the Whiff-Off, so we might have another Wyffer matchup in the semi-finals, but we're guaranteed to lose one of our Wyffer teams in this matchup. Although, again, I don't think they'll mind too much, considering how good this matchup is and considering how good these teams are. There is definitely a clear favorite in this matchup, and that being the Wyffer Wet Jets. They are, I know both these teams are pretty good at 2s, but the Wet Jets themselves are generally, I think, definitely the higher ranked team, and I would consider the better 2v2 team overall. But aside Z and J, named after Zinc and John KB, we'll actually be playing with Zinc and Leopard mode tonight. Leopard is their sub. I know for a fact their roster tonight is Zinc and Leopard. The Wet Jets, we'll see who's playing, but wouldn't be surprised if it's Armor J and Muffin, or Armor J and Moose. Either of those rosters are going to be just fine. Any of those 3 players together are going to be a pretty scary roster, so Z and J have a lot of pressure on them and have a lot to go through here. This is a very tough end of your season for Z and J, and a very tough matchup in the quarterfinals. Not like any matchup here is going to be easy for them. They are not a high seed in this bracket. They are ranked as the number 7 seed by rankings, so, and the Wet Jets themselves are listed as the number 2 seed, just behind Team Evo Academy, who themselves are also known for 2s, so this doesn't surprise me too much, as Z and J are going to have a pretty tough matchup. This is a best of 7. Yeah, we are in for a very fun matchup here, a very good best of 7. And some very talented teams, albeit there is, again, definitely a favorite in this matchup. Get things sorted out very soon here, as we'll get things underway. Bless me. Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh dear, the allergies are still with me. It is late summer. How do I still have allergies? Guess I don't call them seasonal for nothing. As we'll get this match again started out in just a few minutes here. Actually, it's gonna be Leopard and John tonight. No, I thought it was Leopard and Zinc. I was almost certain it was Leopard who said it was him and Zinc playing tonight, but it's actually Leopard and John. That's gonna be interesting. Now, I don't know how good John is at 2s. I know Leopard's pretty good at 2s, but I know Leopard is lower ranked in 2s than the players on the Wet Jets. I don't know how good at 2s John is. Clearly, he's good enough that he's made top 8. But I don't know how good he is entirely in 2s, so that's a real question mark for me. Oh, I guess we'll find out pretty soon here how good he is at 2v2. And from there, we can see how this best of 7 will go. Again, we're in for a fun night of action here, best of 7 matchup in the quarterfinals. And I'm looking forward to this. So we are going to have to wait a little bit longer. I think these teams probably practicing before this matchup. Probably bleeding into their forward time a little bit here. That's not too surprising. But we'll give them a little bit of time here to get things underway here. As there's Armor J. And who's with Armor J? Moose! Hey, I'm not too surprised. Moose is a very good 1v1 player, so it doesn't surprise me that Moose is in this matchup. Armor J, I already knew Armor J was going to be in. Armor J is a very good 2v2 player. But Moose being here, not that surprising. I'll be honest, out of the 2 players, you could have chosen either of them. I think the Wet Jets are the favorites. How you doing? I'm doing great, Oscar. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're doing great. We got a good 2v2 matchup here. For the quarterfinals as well. Semifinals awaits either of these teams. Again, I know Leopard's good at 2s. I know Armor J's really good at 2s. I know Moose is a really good 1v1 player. And the Wet Jets have so much chemistry that even if they haven't played 2s together, which they do play 2s together, that chemistry is going to help them out in a matchup like this. And John KB on the other side, I don't know how good John is at 2s. I know he plays 2s. I don't know how good he is at 2s. I know he's a pretty good 3v3 player. I do not know how good he is at 2s. But clearly, again, he's good enough to make top 8 in the Premier 2 division, which is generally one of the smaller divisions in Royalty Series. I don't know, again, how good he is at 2s. I know for a fact if he's good at 2s, he is not going to be higher ranked than the Wet Jets are. So, Z and J have a very big problem ahead of them here. This is a tough match for this side, but They do get to play against the Wyffer Wet Jets, and hey, you know, we've seen crazier things happen on the stream. We've definitely seen impressive upsets in Loyalty Series before, but this will be quite an impressive one for Z and J. Still, they get their chance. Welcome to the quarterfinals, and welcome to a House Wyffer showing here as the Wyffer Wet Jets take on Z and J. As we'll get things going here, this is a best-of-7 matchup. Hello, good boy. Welcome to chat. Welcome to the quarterfinals of the Loyalty Series Premier 2v2 Division, sponsored by, it says Wyffer Esports, that is another name for House Wyffer. I don't know why, they never go by Wyffer Esports anywhere else but here, but they go by Wyffer Esports in the Loyalty Series. And, well, Wyffer Esports and the Wyffer Wet Jets will get that first goal as Moose, as expected again, a really good 1v1 player. Expect him to really use that solo ability against Z and J. Or I guess in this case, J and L. Expect that ability to be used here, and Armor J himself, a very mechanical 2v2 player. You'll get to see him do a lot of solo plays. But for the Wet Jets, they can't take things too easily here. This is still a best-of-7 match, and you're still playing against another team that made it this far. It's single elimination. You lose, and your run is over. So for Wyffer Wet Jets, it's about consistency, clean and consistent play, and not giving Z and J any openings in this series. They are the favorites. They will have to act like it if they want to take this one. As Moose, challenge, got through John KB, has that in front, will have the 50 on Lepid. As John will do a good job on clearing it out, and almost got an extra touch past Armor J. Frank, this is GC2, GC3. I know for a fact, as thank you for the follow there, M. Grant. I know for a fact Z and J are in that GC2 level, and I know Wet Jets are closer to GC3. As Armor J, that's a great touch downfield. Lepid's not going to get back. That's a second goal. Already 2 goals for the Wyffer Wet Jets. Again, thank you for the follow, M. Grant. Can we collab? What do you mean by collab? Yeah, if you want to talk to me about any sort of dealings, you should probably message my Discord. Exclamation point Discord, join my server. And we can message there. Like, play? I don't usually play with viewers on stream. But we can talk about things. I have a Discord server. I respond pretty frequently to messages. As Moose will be stopped by Lepid mode. Link, it's exclamation point Discord. That's the link. As Armor J looking for the clear will be cleared away by Moose. It will be sent all the way back. Name? What do you mean by name? You mean like my username? Or do you mean like my first name? Like my actual legal name? Because both of those are public. As we'll keep things going here, Z and J trying to find themselves to offense. So again, I should really call them J and L in this matchup. But the Wet Jets have done well to start things off. 2 goals, nothing crazy. Now we'll get a third as John KB just couldn't get the block. Discord username. It's the same as my Twitch. Same everywhere. As, yeah, John's going to be pretty unhappy about that one. A little redirect got by Lepid. Simply put, he's got to challenge a little higher up on that play. When you challenge that far back, you leave that second defender with really no option to challenge. It's so tough to react that quickly. It's really any touch in front of the net. Obviously, it's a pretty tough play to make regardless if you're challenging early or not. Fortunately for John, that is not a good time to challenge as Lepid, he's got the flick! John always hit the bar! Man, this game cannot get worse for John, can it? That's a shot that really should have gone in. And the Wet Jets will keep their shutout as it really should have been a goal for John KB. Infield pass, Lepid will clear. And back goes the Wet Jets as they do hold control on game 1. Not as many goals as I was expecting them to start with, but admittedly, this is not a team that needs to score a lot of goals to win. Their defense is pretty solid. We haven't really seen a lot of it this game, but their defense can make things happen. As I don't like that touch from Moose. That is straight to Lepid, who doesn't want to handle this the way he wants to. Will have to go to the air instead. Flip a reset. Has it! Oh, what a strike! What a play from Lepid! That's gonna be beautiful! And the Wet Jets finally concede on a beautiful play in the air. Maybe this is the start of a comeback. Well, they'll need a few more goals, but they're not that far out of this thing. As another flip reset, almost got by Moose. Armor J will stay close to it, but it is the Wet Jets who stay on play as Armor J. Moose looking for the redirect. And he'll stay airborne. Second touch, can't find it. Armor J is still there, challenged by John KB. Moose, oh, he didn't go for the fake there. I thought for a second he would, because John KB challenged so early there. Any sort of fake, that's going to beat him. The Wet Jets will hold on for now. As John pinches it away. Armor J licks this one up, got a second touch, and he's got the goal ahead. Reinstating that 3-goal lead. The Wet Jets will be pretty happy with that. As Leopard. Armor J has it. Still has it. Moose is looking for the bump. He won't need it as that will trickle in. Moose going for the bump ahead. He didn't really need it there, but he won't complain. At the very least, makes things tougher for John KB. Leopard just can't get enough on it. He actually didn't even get a touch on it. Tried to bump Armor J into saving his own shot. For the Wet Jets, as expected, a very consistent game. They're not doing anything all that complex. Playing the way they like to, and that's really what you have to rely on in playoff matches. So often we see teams in playoffs try to elevate. You're really not going to elevate that much in playoffs. It's all about being able to maintain a level of consistency that your opponents can't. Again, the Wet Jets. We haven't seen them all regular season, but I can tell you, knowing this team, having seen them in 3v3, this is very much like them. A team that's good under pressure. That's what happens when you've been teammates for, at this point, years for these kind of players, as that is, oh boy. Oh dear, John, I don't know why he didn't get out of the way there, and this could be 6-1, although it does bounce off the back wall. This has been a game I think John KB would like to forget. As surely Leopard scores this. Yes, he does. 5-2 to end the game 1. The Wyffer Wet Jets will not be complaining. They'll be more than happy to let in a goal late. Although for John KB, this is going to be a game he'll, as I said, want to forget. A couple unfortunate plays mid-game. That really could have turned things around for Z and J. It won't happen for them here. And through game 1, it is the Wyffer Wet Jets who will win it. Moving to game number 2 quite quickly here. As it is the Wet Jets who themselves are a team that are not strangers to winning things. One of the high seeds in this Premier Division, you'd think it would be in their favor to go quite far in this bracket. At least make it to the championship date. At least make it to the semi-finals, you'd think. And likely into that grand finals, which will be on the Royalty Series mainstream. But we'll have to wait and see, as Moose will be with this one, looking for the flick, will toss things up high, and now that's a back pass. Armor J, I don't think he was ready for that kind of a touch, as he'll give up the room to Leopard, but Moose on it. Armor J will take the boost. John KB doesn't read this one, and now he doesn't have boost. Armor J, with a run up here, will give this one away, and that is a 1v1 play for Leopard. He likes this kind of position, as he'll look for the bump. He does connect on it, but the shot not online. Armor J will take control, and now he will shoot, but that's a great block for John KB. Moose is already challenged. That's an aggressive play for Moose. That bounce will favor Leopard mode. A shot, but not strong enough. Armor J will be there. Leopard stays with this one. Will not be able to connect with John KB as he wants to. But Moose waiting. Armor J on the same side. He's got the back post. But Moose is ready for it. He won't be able to take a challenge here. That shot could have been on. The Wet Jets will still stay to it as Z and J, or J and L, have not been able to shoot accurately enough. Many chances to take the lead, but none of them have been good enough. As awkward play for Leopard. An even more awkward play for Moose as he doesn't read this one. And RJ all alone. Leopard's gonna go for another air bump. This one saved as he just couldn't get ahead of the ball. We've seen 2 straight air bumps from Leopard. 2 failed air bumps from Leopard. As now Moose off the back wall. Great recovery from John KB. As Armor J. Heavy first touch. Moose stays near it. 2 touch away. Armor J to the back wall. As John. Pinch off of Leopard. Moose. John. Think patiently, but it's only really gonna give the ball to the Wet Jets, and to Moose specifically, who has a lot of room, has 1 to beat. Now he's got John, who will make an easy block. Infield pass attempt. Armor J. That one is on target, or actually I think it was just off target. It will force Leopard to commit regardless. As Moose, the bouncer! Oh, Leopard's got a tough block. That will be made eventually here as John pulling on. No goals yet this game. Something's got to break, and it might be this. Leopard almost gave it away. From that close. It's pretty hard to make a block. But fortunately, he's right in front of that ball. It's going to be tough for them to shoot around him. As off the corner, won't have it. It's a 2v1, or rather, I don't know what this is, a 1v1, with the Wet Jets players both colliding to each other. Armor J will score. Whatever that was, it works. They'll win the challenge against John KB, and without anybody back to help him out, it's an easy shot for Armor J, who just has to worry about Moose right in front of it. And after all this game, it's a bit of a letdown that that's the first goal that goes in. The Wet Jets will need it. They do not want to let this Leopard and John side take any goals against them here, get any ideas that they can win these games. Momentum's not really going to hurt this team all that much. At least it's not going to hurt Leopard. What will hurt, though, is going to be if they can get multiple goals, multiple games on them, and just continuing to get nice early leads. Because while it might not hurt Leopard, it is going to hurt John. John's a rather emotional player at times. Although we haven't seen it yet this series. He hasn't, even with how tragic Game 1 was for him. Can be emotional at times. Although in a matchup like this, again, we haven't seen it from him. And he is one of those players who can be rather strange with the way he plays the game. Because I've seen so many matches where John just looks completely unfazed, and I've seen other matches where it doesn't take much for him to fall apart. Well, that's not going to help John, though. He missed the block. Goes just wide, though, as he's going to take out Moose. Armor J can't challenge, but will force Leopard into that air dribble, or that dribble, as he can't control. But again, with the way that he's playing tonight, though, how do these teams look like they're really going to let emotions get the better of them? It means every single game is going to be like a reset for both these sides. A continuation of what we've seen before, but it is the Wet Jets who are definitely the heavy favorites. As Moose up to the ceiling, he's got all these options. There's no chance John blocks it. When you've got to play up the ceiling like that, I mean, there's no way you're missing. John has no options. He's got no opportunities. And it is perfectly played by Moose, and really great speed from Moose. The Wet Jets just doing what they like to do, and doing what Moose likes to do, which is really playing the solo plays. In ones, I don't always see him do this, but in twos, he's got that kind of room, he's got that ability. We don't see this as much from him in threes either, although we know he likes to do it. In twos, you have all this extra room. It's really a different looking Wet Jets than you maybe are used to in 3v3. In 3v3, this team's all about passing, all about chemistry. Their defense as well is a much more major part of their game plan. In twos, it's very different. This is a much more aggressive side. And although they are not nearly as fast moving as they are in threes, the mechanics that this team have definitely are shown, as Leopard's going to get a goal late, but just like last game where they got a goal late, it will not make a difference to the overall game. This is another Wet Jets win. They're going to go up 2-0 in this best of 7. They're only 2 wins away from winning the series. As Moose will shoot at his own net. No, he's not going to let it go in, but it is a Wet Jets victory in 2 games. Now, only 2 away from winning this series, Z and J. I mean, it was expected to be a tough matchup, but this is going to be very tough for them. Put under some major pressure, put under a matchup that they're not expected to win. Wyffer Wet Jets definitely have their number right now. And I expect that that's going to stay relatively consistent as the series continues. As the Wet Jets still can't get overconfident here. We've seen many teams recover from a 2-0 series deficit. It happens, and it happens quite often, actually. Usually after 2 games of getting beaten, that side usually starts to adapt quite well. This is going to be that deciding game for Z and J, or J and L. I really want to call them J and L, even though Lep is their sub. This should be their adaptation match. But the way that they've been playing, and the way that they've been moving, you would expect that this is the game where they're going to be able to... You'd think they'd have their best chance at beating the Wet Jets. If they don't win this, they're in real trouble. For now, we'll just have to see what they make. They've already gotten a good start on offense here. That's not a great play from John KB. That's going to give Moose a free dribble. And Moose is pretty good in the air. Flipper reset. Gets it over Lep, but he did not mean that extra touch, though. And Armor J just can't challenge it. But he will have the ball instead. Moose is an option. Can't find the pass. Moose will take it, though. And now John, left all alone on defense. He's going to have a tough time here. And he will have a tough time. Moose finds the bottom left corner. Had a shot eerily similar to this last game. And again, John left with no real options. We've seen him do it before. Now under some real pressure, the Wet Jets do it again. And another game where they start out with that first goal. And a crucial first goal at that. As Armor J wins the challenge. Moose to make it 2-0. Double tap. Oh my! He didn't need to go for that. Moose made this way more difficult for himself, and he still hits it. I mean, if you're talking about how confident the Wet Jets team is, that's an open net for him. He could have just shot that and it would have gone in. Instead he decides it wasn't hard enough for him. Double tapping down. And a 2-0 lead now. As Lepid looking for his own double tap. That one a little too hard to reach. And it will be an overcommit as Moose should be able to make it 3-0, and he will. An overcommit for Z and J. And a 3-0 lead already. And now's where I feel like that momentum that I was mentioning could hurt them here. Z and J. We'll see how they feel by the end of this game, but if they're overcommitting a lot, that would be indicating a more emotional response, more desperation out of them. Oh, what a fake though. Lepid trying to get around 2 players, but he won't be able to do so. As here goes Moose with some time. Reset! Oh my goodness! He's got all 4 goals so far, and every single one of them have been pretty impressive. Another great shot from Moose. And with all this room, again, we rarely see this from him in 3v3, but in 2v2, you got all this extra space. This is why Moose thrives so well in 1s and 2s. You got all this extra room, and he knows how to make things happen as he'll look for another. He somehow got a touch on that. How on earth did Moose get the goal there? I mean, that's going in. I did not think he had that. How did he touch that? There's no way. How is that Moose's goal? 5 goals now for Moose in this game. And boy, for how close these last couple games have been, this has been a blowout so far. As Armor J keeps things in the air, Moose will challenge again. 6-0! Just dunks Lepid mode. And Lepid in chat having a little bit of fun, telling that he is making a pretty good assist here. He's got Moose there on the phone line. Now, I don't know if they needed to do a fake kickoff here, Wet Jets, but they've gone for one. I mean, every single game has been as close as they have been. Oh, Moose is gonna get a 7th goal. He's gonna get a 7th goal. He's 100% on shooting, 7 for 7. And you know, on this stream, a blowout is considered... we consider a blowout whenever a team has won a game by 7 or more goals, or is leading by 7 or more goals. This is now technically a blowout at this point, and it's a self-done blowout here, because Moose has scored every single goal so far. But Armor J wants one of his own. Moose is trying to jump in, but it won't matter. Armor J finally gets on the board. Man, it's taken him long enough to get a goal here. I thought the 5th goal that Moose had should have been a goal that Armor J was given credit for, but he'll just go for a simple ceiling shot. Well, I think Lepid's taking this one on the chin. I don't know how John's feeling, but clearly he's trying to find the bright side in a game that I don't think there is any real bright side. The only bright side is that it's a team from his org. He does run House Wyffendor, so at the very least, even if he loses, at least one of his teams from his org is still going to the semifinals. But I'm sure he'd love to beat this team, considering that the Wet Jets are a side that have consistently been able to beat with Guardian Leviosa, the team that John KB does play on. As now Wet Jets aren't even taking these open nets, but Moose might. Double tap? Well, why not? He's gone for another very unnecessary double tap. But I know Moose, he wants all those points. He wants as many points as he can get. He'll take the open double tap. "9-0 this game. Man, this has been... With how every game has gone, I thought this would be a relatively close series, one that the Wet Jets would you know, they're the favorites. I expected them to win this series. I did not expect them to win a game 9-0. They haven't won the series either here. Does Moose want to goal against his own net? I don't know what he's doing here, but he's playing to his own side of the field. As he's gone all the way upfield. He's going all the way... He's leaving Armor J. He's letting Armor J do whatever he wants. He doesn't want anything to do with this game. He might be trying to score in his own net at this point. Well, we'll see a shot here, easily kept away by Armor J, who has only had 1 goal this game. Looking for number 2 will be saved out by Leopard Mode, who just wants this game to end. He wants to go to game 4. As Armor J will get another. Has Moose finally missed a shot? I think he finally missed one. No, it was shot off the post by Leopard and John, and Armor J will take it. 10-0 here. What happened to the old Discord? What do you mean, the old Discord? How's my day going? Armor J is asking me how my day's going in chat. I'm not gonna message him until the goal goes in. Oh, what a save. What a save. Hello, Slushy Muffins. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Slushy Muffins. Vitality's on the stream? Yeah, Vitality. This is not as bad as Vitality versus SSG. That, I think, was 16-2. This is not nearly as bad as that. And to be fair, it's partly because Leopard and Zinc... Zinc's one of their starters. Leopard and John have not given up on this game. Technically. They have. I know they've given up on this game. There's no way they're winning this, but they're at least still playing. But yeah, this has been by far the most one-sided game so far in this series. Moose has got 8 goals on 8 shots, I believe. Armor J's got the other 2. As yeah, Moose 8 for 9 actually by the end of this game. Just a blowout of epic proportions here. As hello there, Corp Monkshines, by the way. Nice to see you, my friend. Evan John are fighters. Yeah, we'll see. As this will be 1 more win to go for the Wet Jets to advance to the semifinals, and what will be a very casual series for them. I mean, this is playoffs we're talking about, and they are playing very, very casually. The Wet Jets, though, they're only 1 win away from winning the series and giving John and Leopard the end of the season. Already hurts enough for Z and J to have to play with a sub. Does not help them when they're playing against a team like the Wet Jets, who are one of the best teams in the Premier Division this season. Armor J will get demoed. Moose actually going for that touch anyways. Probably shouldn't have done that. There's a lot of room here, but low boost for Z and J. And it will be... Oh, it will still be actually their ball as Leopard. Save. Follow up. Saved as well. Armor J will get to it. And Z and J have not given up on this game just yet. Although I feel like if Wet Jets get another early goal, this could be it for them. I don't think Z and J have scored since game 2. They haven't scored since the very end of game 2. As Armor J will look for the challenge. Oh, there's a demo there. He's been taken out again here. They've really gone after Armor J. Moose doesn't get the touch. Armor J plays right into that challenge from Leopard. John KB, Flippery said he can hit those, but Moose won't let him have the chance. He challenges early, and Leopard's gone all the way back, but he won't win the challenge. Armor J just leaves it. He was expecting Moose to challenge, I think. Leopard will play. Moose bumped out by John KB. Disruptor, I don't know what Champ 2 lobbies you are. I'm Champ 2. I can't do this stuff. I'm not this consistent. They're saying it feels like Champ 2 because of how one-sided it is, in which case, I can see it. Champ 2 is pretty competitive, though. Promise you, these guys are GC2, GC3. I know the Wet Jets are definitely GC3. They might even be closing in on SSL now. Can't confirm, but I know they're not that far off of it. As a potential flip reset. Still no goals this game, as Armor J will play in the midfield. Now he got past both. Moose will hold on to this one. As off the ceiling, is that on? Oh man, that was almost in off the ceiling. I mean, Leopard had no chance of blocking. He was not ready for that play. Usually Moose takes it slow and goes for the ceiling shot. He went immediate onto that one. I guess he realized that Leopard wasn't covering the net as well. That could have been well, as Moose is just taking this from Armor J. Clearly the Wet Jets are having some fun. That might cost them, though. Yeah, it will. John KB is going to score. Although they might be having some fun here. I mean, this is still playoffs. I would not take any of these matches easily. Royalty Series was a place where we have seen a best-of-7 reverse sweep. Or at least we've seen comebacks in this one. I think we've seen best-of-7 reverse sweeps on the stream, or at least 3-1 comebacks. They do happen, and I would not recommend taking even Z and J lightly, even though you are the better team, and I've been playing like the better team tonight. Wouldn't take them easily. Just get your win, end the series, advance to the semifinals, miss your net, I guess, if you're Armor J, and now it will be open for Leopard, as this will be in the goal. 2-0, and Armor J completely missed on it. I don't know where Moose is going here, but Armor J should not be missing. And Z and J, I believe this actually might be their first lead of the series. All the way into Game 4, it takes them that long, but their first lead of the series. And the Wet Jets, I can tell there's definitely some trolling in this game. I'm never a big fan of trolling in playoffs. Even if you are the far better team right now, you want to give this team any momentum. Especially a player like Leopard, who I know, if he's on, he's on. He's a tough player to meet if he's playing well in 2v2. That's a great recovery from Moose. Will play to his own back corner as Armor J has this. Everybody committing here for the Wet Jets as John KB will not find the nets. Armor J just sends it down the field. Leopard, oh, that's gone towards his own net. It's going to go in his net as Moose somehow steals this. He is still trolling. Even though they're down, he is still trolling in this game. As Leopard rushed the touch. He should have just let that one go to his corner and played the 50-50. As he tries to play out across his goal. It was risky regardless. That's just not a good touch and not a good decision. Even if he gets it, I don't know where that's going, but it's going in front of his own goal. As the Wet Jets will stay with him. Moose might be looking for another ceiling shot. He's looking for the pinch. Armor J's on this. It's on target. It will not be strong enough. I was so ready to see maybe one of the best goals we've seen all in stream history there with a pre-jump ceiling pinch pass, but it won't go as John KB wasting time. Moose will challenge. Up is Armor J. Won't have this one as nobody is challenging. Moose will still go for this. That is a risky challenge. Leopard was going to beat him to the ball. As Moose will win the challenge. Armor J. Oh, he missed it. He didn't get enough power on that shot. He beat Leopard to that one too. As overcommit. John and Leopard got to be careful here. They're only up by 1. As Armor. Moose looking for bumps. Won't get one. And you can tell Wet Jets starting to really put the pressure on. 1 goal down late in the game. They want this series to be over. as they'll not be able to find the goal there. Armor J went back for boost right as Muffin was going... Muffin? He's not even playing. Right as Moose was going for the pass. As this one pinched. That bit pushed out the way as Armor J. Cleared back by John KB. Moose with 10 seconds to go. They just need something in front. Something to go in! Oh, it's gone off the post! And the Wet Jets... Well, they kind of trolled this game. Do they even get one more chance? John will not give it to them. That's a great touch. And the Z and J side stay alive. The Wyffer Wet Jets, I mean, they trolled this game. Sure, simply put, they had 10 shots, they had all the possession, they had all the pressure. I'm not a big fan of trolling games, personally. Never think it really helps you out in playoffs, but they still have a huge advantage. All they need to do is win one. They're still in a great spot. But I don't think they're going to be trying to troll Game 5 anymore. As we go into game number 5. And the Wet Jets, well, they only need one more game. May not have decided to take Game 4 so seriously. I expect that's going to likely turn around now in Game 5, because I wouldn't give the C&J side another game here, and I think that's exactly what they're thinking as well. Armor J will catch them on an overcommit. And the Wet Jets will happily take that first goal. As now he'll win the kickoff too. John's just going to say that was a fake. I think he just messed up the kickoff, to be honest, but it won't be the first time we've seen John mess up a kickoff on this stream. As nobody's in nets, Armor J will get back to it. As Moose, without the boost, Armor J, challenged by John KB. Lepid will stay to it. Armor J on the challenge. A nice little touch from Moose, but he's got to find a teammate here. As this one kept high. Armor J. Moose. John KB will look to play the one off the corner. As Lepid goes again. Armor J. Off the ceiling. Will try to pinch this one. Moose. Still in the air. Second touch. Is that in? It is in! Oh, what a strike from Moose. That's a great second touch. I don't know how he reads it. It's just a great bounce as well. It works. John's performance is like a rusty diamond 3. To be fair, I don't think he's played in a while, so that is fair. That is reasonable. He's a GC2 player, but I know for a fact... Oh, we got a double fake kickoff here. Oh, he just missed the net there. That's really going to hurt John. But again, you say he's rusty. I believe he actually is rusty. I know for a fact he has not played in a while. That doesn't surprise me at all. That's the outcome. Is that Moose just saved his own teammate's shot? That's an interesting choice, Moose. That's not going to help him. I'm still very confused what Moose thought he was going to do here. Because that's going in from Armor J. There's no chance John has that. I'm very confused. It's almost as if Moose wants this series to go to Game 7. I mean, they're still leading, but... I really am very confused with what Moose's idea of this series is supposed to go like. Very surprised that he's deciding to stop his own teammate's shots when they're only up by 2. Now Armor J will go for the redirect, but easily kept away by John KB, who will have this one. Oh, he missed it! Armor J will hold on. Flicked ahead. Lepid. Off the sidewall will be... for John KB. As Moose has stopped moving here. I hope he hasn't disconnected. I don't think he's disconnected. I think he's still here. Armor J might still score though, as that is right in front of the goal. Will be clinging on to life there by John KB. Moose. Second touch. Doesn't really get out under it as he wants to. As John almost... I thought he was going to own goal there. Armor J will have it. Wyffer Wet Jets only lead by 1. So that next goal will be crucial for them. As if it's Z and J who get it. And this is a tie game, and I mean, they're gonna have the momentum on their side. As that touch Armor J, on KB struggling to handle it well. He'll pinch it down the wall as Moose. John, that's just wide, but good way to really put some fear into the Wet Jets' aggression. But nothing much here as Armor J's got all this room, and he's gonna take out John as well. We've seen Leopard go for a couple of those tonight. Now, Leopard wasn't playing defense here, but Armor J will happily take it. And Leopard's saying it's cringe. Leopard went for it earlier tonight. He's trying to guilt Armor J into giving up another goal here. I don't think that's gonna happen. This Wet Jets team's not gonna... They're not gonna make this thing very easy for G&J. They want to have the series over. They want to be done for the night. They want to go relax with their... I think with their families. If they are with their families right now. I don't know where they are. And just, you know, do whatever it is that they do. Maybe get some... Maybe try to chill out for the rest of the night. Again, this is supposed to be an easy quarterfinals for them, and they're making it look quite consistent. Well, again, they are not done yet. They've still got to hold on for another minute and a half as John KB will get around Armor J. Lepe looking for the bump, and he gets it too! It's a wide open net for John! Well, Z and J are not out of it. Far from it as well. As a demo on Moose, John KB returns the favor. Wet Jets are only up by 1 now. Late in Game 4, the Leopard and John KB looking for any reason, any hope to stay in this one. As it's John to the ceiling. Moose will clear it back. Doesn't find the touch he wants, though. And Armor J's overcommit. Leopard! Oh, he's hit the post! A wide open strike! And Leopard misses it! And with the game as close as it is, there's so little time left. Do they even get another chance like it? John doesn't have the angle. We'll have the touch midfield, but it is straight to Armor J. Moose is waiting. Redirect. Can't find it. Armor J to shoot. Saved away by John. John again. Air dribble. Reset. Doesn't have it. Moose will keep it away. And denying that opportunity, he will put the pressure on Leopard as Armor J, demoed out by John KB. Moose, on the other side of the field, will have to wait his turn. Armor J to save. Time running out. Leopard keeps it alive. Z and J need to score if they want to keep their season going, but it will not happen. It is hit to the floor by Armor J, and the Wyffer Wet Jets will advance to the semifinals. 5 games for them. And the Wyffer Wet Jets, as expected, a very, very casual dominant performance. Or 1. They'll be pretty happy with that. They'll be playing against the winner of TRK and Randy versus the Whiff-Offs. I actually don't know who won that match. I know they always update matches at the end of the week, so that match may have already played. What I can say is, good work for the Wet Jets. It's exactly as they expected it would be. And exactly how I expected it to be as well. Honestly, I expected a sweep, but a 4-1, with the way they're playing, I don't think they'll be complaining. That's the exact result that they are hoping for. The Wet Jets will be more than happy about that. As a good match for them tonight. No real complaints, I think, from the Wet Jets or at all. And again, doing what we kind of expected that they would do. Dominant and consistent. That's going to be how a lot of these early matches will be in the playoffs. But again, good on them. Good on the Wet Jets. They did what they needed to do here, and they got the victory they wanted. So I think they'll be pretty happy. As we're gonna get a little, let's get a little interview going here with the Wet Jets. So we'll join in with Armor J and Moose. We'll have a little conversation with them here. As soon as we get them to join in. But welcome in, Armor J. Wyffer Wet Jets, as expected, into the semifinals. I'm sure you're not you're not complaining about that. I'm sure you're pretty happy as well. I mean, that was as expected here. How are you feeling? I think you guys don't really feel anything here because you're off to the semifinals as expected in a result that I think you expected.
Still kind of mad that we lost one game. You can thank this guy over here, Moose, for that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was just kind of an expected win.
Yeah, exactly. Here, as you said, you're into the semifinals here. Z and J. I mean, you know Leopard, you know John. I'm sure you played them before here, but Moose. I mean, you know these guys. You know how good they are. But coming into this matchup, clearly you guys are pretty confident in your ability here. As well, talk to me about what it was like playing around Leopard, playing around John, because I know for a lot of people, as I've said, John could be a very weird player to play around in 2v2.
Yeah, I mean, he just likes to pre-jump a lot, so realistically, you just gotta hit the ball around him or go low.
And well, I don't know about that. You guys did a lot more solo plays, but you did get your win as you expected. You're into the semifinals to play against the winner of TRK and Randy and the Whiff-Offs. There's a good chance we might have another House Wyvendor matchup in the semifinals. I don't think you guys really have a preference of who you're playing against, but obviously, getting a chance to play against either of those two teams, what are your thoughts going into the semifinals, Armor J, against either of those two teams? Because the matchups are only going to get tougher from here on out.
Yeah, we're excited to be in the semis. Last season we played twos. We actually won, which was in season 3 of Royalty. So we're hoping to go back to back there. With us, and then what was it, TRK and Randy. Obviously it'd be kind of fun to play, a little Whiffendor in-house basically, but I'm probably more expecting TRK and Randy to win that, as I believe that's a Verdict's team. But either way, whichever way it goes, it'll be an exciting match nonetheless.
Exactly here. What are you guys going to do to kind of prepare for that matchup here in Moose? Obviously, as you said, you guys had won 2 seasons ago. What are you guys going to do to prepare for the semifinals? Because, I mean, again, if you want to win again, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of practice. It's going to take a lot of effort. But you guys can do it. Obviously, you guys know you can do it. Kind of what's your plan going into the semifinals and into the rest of this bracket here, Moose, as you get far tougher matchups and matchups where you're going to have to prepare a lot more for them?
We like to play ranked a lot. We're quite high rated in ranked normally, so it's a very good warm up around the 1800 mark.
Well, as you guys said, just playing, getting practice, doing what you guys need to do. You do beat Z and J, or again, I called them J and L for a good amount of the tournament, for a good amount of this match as well. But you beat John and Leopard here and sent them out of the bracket. Congrats on your advancement to the semifinals. And of course, good luck in the rest of your season. Before you guys leave, let's get some quick shoutouts here. So we'll start with Moose, and we'll go to Armor J afterwards. Moose, do you have any shoutouts?
I need to shout out Muffin, our third. Great guy. Old, though.
I did make that joke as well in the graphics here. Everybody makes the joke that the Wet Jets are old, even though they're all in their 20s. But we'll go to Armor J now. Do you have any shoutouts that you want to make?
Yeah, apparent, and I get them made fun of the most, even though I'm the youngest.
Even though
on
you're the
team.
youngest.
But that's exactly. But no, we're known as the retirement home around here now. But shout outs, shout out Muffin. We'll be playing with him in ATS and Royalty tomorrow and Saturday, I believe. Shout out John and Lepa. Always fun to play against those guys. Shout out to you, Sporty. Thank you for casting this, and just shout out to everybody that was watching.
Of course, thank you so much for joining Armor J and Moose. Good luck in the semifinals. Hopefully we'll see, hopefully we'll see that match as it comes up. Have a good rest of your night.
All right, thank you. You too.
There's Armor J and Moose joining in, and as they said, they've got some matches coming up in the future. The ATS match, actually in general, I believe I'm actually going to be streaming that matchup. It is tomorrow, so that's going to be fun as well. But as expected here, Wet Jets will take victory. As we'll find someone to raid here. Let's go raid here. Thank you all so much for joining the Spodia stream this evening for Royalty Series. Thank you to Royalty Series for what has been an amazing season so far. Hopefully we'll get a couple more matches before the season ends. But have an amazing rest of the night. Take care, everyone.